Hey guys, it's Nettle again, and we're down in Molten Core, like I told you guys last time. This is our Ragnaros down. I wanted to go ahead and just give you guys a sneak peek at what's down here for those of you that are like me, and we're skipping most of the old content in your rush to get to 80. That is still my goal. I still want to get there. In fact, the last couple weeks I've been spending a little bit more time actually running quests and getting stuff done so I can get to 80 and join up with some of the other people that I play with. Quick little segue here. The whole instance is basically tank and spank at this point in time, but these guys were pretty hilarious because this took us like 10 minutes to down. Just because if you don't down them all at the same time, they respawn, and we had some people with connection issues, and so they weren't here, and we got off, and nobody was AoEing at the same time. If you look at the map on this next one, you'll see a couple people trailing in. That's when we finally get everybody here, so we just hold off for a second, wait for them to all spawn back, and you sort of see me tell them, go ahead and do it now, and everybody rains down AoE, and these guys go down. Piece of cake. But anyway, keep that in mind when you come through this portion. One thing, guys, I highly recommend bringing some lower levels, or at least levels that are appropriate for this instance with you if you decide to come down here, because I thought it was a ton of fun to see this stuff, and you do get several epic drops from these guys, and for people that are at this level, it's a great upgrade. Yes, when they get to BC, it's going to be, it's going to be replaced like almost instantaneously. But you still get the nostalgia of getting the items. I think you get tier 2 and you get tier 1 and a tier 2 item from Rag. So I think it's totally worth bringing people down here. It is, if you're healers, depending on how many healers you bring, it is somewhat difficult to keep them alive if they're right at 60. Because typically people aren't geared for a Molten Core run at 60, because this used to be end-game content, so people were, gearing up for this. Anyway, still bring them down, totally a lot of fun. Give you a little bit of background on why I wanted to come back down here. With Cataclysm coming, I'm pretty sure that this is going to change. I don't know. I haven't actually looked this up yet, so who knows. But Ragnaros being an elemental and Deathwing changing the elemental planes, I think that there's going to be some significant changes to Blackrock and what goes on in here. So I wanted to see some of this stuff before it goes away. And I'm going to try and edit this down as much as possible because this is a pretty long run. I think we got 10 people on this run, and regardless, it's just a big instance, but it's really cool. So, like I said, at the end of that last clip, you saw that we lost 2 people. We did have 2 people that were at the level 60 range, and so, like I said, it's kind of hard to keep them alive, especially when the tank's getting booted around. It doesn't take much for one guy to get off on them, and you had nobody else to pick him up, really. So, a couple hits and they can go down pretty quick. So, like I said before, if you're a higher level, you're not gearing on these runs. But that's not what these runs are about to me. This is more about the experience of the game. Getting to see things you've never seen before, never done before. Regardless of if you're over leveled for this now, you're still getting to see something and do something that you hadn't done before. So that's why we came down here. Also, like I said, you're not gearing, but you are getting some of the rare items that you probably wouldn't be getting in the other instances. I picked up a rare schematic in this, the Accuscope. Not anything too fancy. Our tailor picked up a pattern. It's just rare things that you don't get if you don't try and do some of this old stuff. So this brings us up to the last guy that you have to down before that he will summon Ragnaros for you. So it's pretty easy. Like I said, everything at this point is basically tank and spank. Just take down his healers first, and it'll go significantly quicker for you. I'll cut this off so that it doesn't drag so you can see the end. By the way, guys, my first video was 2 weeks ago. Check it out if you want. That'll be about as quick as I can get them out because that's the way my real life schedule works. And I will do one more video pretty quick, I think, because I got something that I want to say about what doing this old content does to sort of switching the way you play your game. So here we are. We're making our way down into the Ragnaros Cavern. This is like the longest little entry to get in there, but it is really cool. Just because, you got the suspense building of what this is actually going to be, what it's actually going to look like. I think Blizzard did a great job on this one. This is probably one of the few times that I wish that I was DPS. Because for some reason I cannot get my camera to actually even see this correctly. I'm just too close and keeps getting stuck. But it was still really cool to see. So Ragnaros is up. They're doing their little conversation. And then it begins. So guys, while this is going on, if you've enjoyed this a little bit, please rate it. Positive, negative, that's okay by me, just let me know. If you've enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to try and keep coming out with more videos for you. There isn't too much to be aware of here, other than this. When you get knocked over, and you'll actually see me fall in lava, that was unintentional. But in hindsight, just jump across. It's 10 times faster, you got good healers with you. It's not going to be a problem for them to bring you back up. He keeps knocking you back. That's really the only time I get to see what Rag looks like, but it's still cool. There's actually a funny little chink in the island right there, by the way. So if you're trying to run around that little thing, watch out, because I fell in it twice. Anyway, so I think that this is actually bugged or glitched out because my understanding is that Rag is supposed to summon some ads once he's at like 30%. One tank is usually supposed to stay with Rag, keep him aggroed. Everybody else folds over to where the DPS are standing to take care of the ads, but he never summons them. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but it worked out fine for us, so that's okay by me. And there's Ragnaros down. That was probably the highlight of the evening. Hey guys, I appreciate taking the time to watch this. Like I said, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, so got a blog. Head on over there if you want to check out some of the items that dropped. I will try and post additional information, and there's a link to Twitter on there too. Thanks, guys.